Hi guys, welcome to my little old tractor shed. I've been puttering on this tractor actually for a couple of years, and off and on I've had a few friends tell me that I should document it. I do take an awful lot of pictures just for my own help when I'm taking something apart, putting it back together. But I've had a few friends telling me that perhaps I should shoot some video and throw it up on YouTube. I thought, well, what the hell, I'll give it a whirl. What I'm playing with here is a 1967 John Deere 710. I've had this for a few years. I got it, it was literally a basket case. Oil pan was off. Connecting rod cap was laying in the bottom of the oil pan. The previous owner had been running it, working it. Engine started knocking. They pulled the pan off. It had spun a bearing, damaged the crankshaft, damaged the connecting rod. He parked it and didn't do much with it. My father-in-law ended up acquiring it. He had it for a few years, didn't really need another tractor. I ended up getting it probably 3 years ago. A buddy of mine helped me last winter. We tore the engine all down, put a brand new crankshaft in it. I put new connecting rods, new piston, new sleeves, rings, bearings, gaskets, the whole 9 yards. I have an old valve grinding machine. My buddy and I tore the head apart. I just gave the valves just the lightest of touch up on the grinding machine, and then we lapped them in. Had to make some modifications to the rear main seal. This had a very unique seal, but we machined the housing to accept a regular lip seal. Did that. Anyway, brand new injectors, couple new fuel lines, all the usual stuff. Took the rad out, had the rad, didn't put a new core in it, but I had them clean it, pressure test it, rad chop, they did all that. It had been sitting here, I hadn't done anything with probably 6 or 7 months. About a month ago, one of my father-in-law's tractors needed some servicing to a clutch. So I very quickly put the rad in, put some coolant in. I gotta take this back off, that's what I'm doing today. Put it back together very temporary, got it running so I could get it out of here. I could have towed it, but a whole lot easier to do it under its own power, and I wanted to hear it run anyway. Got it out of here, put it in a different shed, brought the other tractor in, serviced the clutch. Today I brought it back in. My goal for today is, this is just sitting here, I think just the air cleaner hose holding it in place. I'm going to get that back off and drain the rad, get the rad out of the way. I need to put the hydraulic pump back on. I've got a bunch of stuff to do here yet, but that's my goal for today. So this YouTube thing, I'm really not sure how I'm going to do this. I do have 2 cameras. I could potentially do a little bit of close-up work at some point. Not going to do that today. I'm definitely going to learn how to do some time-lapse and voiceover. I'm going to turn on my music, and I know copyright crap, you can't do that. So I am going to turn my tunes on. I got to get this rad cover off, air filter off, and then drain the rad. It's almost dinner time for me, so that might be all I do today. So I'm going to let that camera run, tear this apart, and then, so the hydraulic lines come back. The previous owner had cut that line and put just a galvanized 3/4 T. He had put a loader on this tractor that wasn't the right loader for it. I haven't looked at it in a little while, but he had cut one of the arms on either side, and he'd fitted in, did a nice job, but he'd fitted in a heavy-duty piece of angle iron, and he had cut into the hydraulic lines. The loader, of course, come up here, and the hydraulic levers were in this area. I'm not putting that loader back on. I don't need it. I've got actually a fairly new tractor sitting right beside that camera, 5075E, with about a 75 horse tractor with a loader. I don't need a loader on this. So anyway, I got to get this hydraulic pump back on. I'm going to take off the fender probably tomorrow or next day and get this footrest out, see what I need to do, probably make some new hydraulic lines. Anyway, let's do some time lapse, turn the tunes up, and I'll get this ready for a pump. Well, that was pretty uneventful and pretty easy. That little chunk of garden hose I stuck on the spout isn't fitting perfect. Probably could put a clamp on it, but I'm not in a hurry. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I may or may not come back out here and play with this tonight, but definitely tomorrow. So appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. See you next time in the old tractor shed.